everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping their number will be called plenty in today's game. It's Bell's Steelers going up against Miller's Texans. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi again, folks. I'm Brandon Guyton. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And as we all know, Charles, offenses today, they're driven by the passing attack. But Larry highlighted in the open a couple of running backs who might just disagree with that assessment.
Yeah, and sometimes, occasionally you get a game where running backs will match each other, kind of carry for carry on opposite teams. But for the most part, they focus on themselves. How many touches will they get, and can they create big plays for their own team?
And both of these guys, certainly more than 5-10 touchbacks. They're workhorses. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Pittsburgh Steelers sit at 6-2. We'll get a look at their offense here in a second. And Ben Roethlisberger, who, with that 6 win last week, 317 yards. And that was on 17 completions. That's better than 18 yards of completion.
It helps when you throw a 97-yard touchdown pass to Juju Smith-Schuster. But at the same time, very efficient and getting big chunks of yardage when he throws the ball downfield. Like, I just go back to that loss to Jacksonville when Ben was questioning whether he was, still right for this game. Since then, 3 straight wins. I'm not too worried about Pittsburgh at this point, nor Ben.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
They'll go again with Bell, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Partner, you know I'm always going to listen to you first, okay? But when I hear the PA guy say, tackle in the backfield by Clowney, my first thought is to go back to his days at South Carolina and that one particular hit in the bowl game against Michigan.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. This one maybe not as big as that, but my mind goes there as well.
Yeah, boy, he's a talented individual because you can use him in so many different ways. Obviously, a defensive end. He can play stand-up outside linebacker and a nickel in some situations. Rush him inside against offensive guards is usually too quick for him.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
After review of the goal, the running on the field stands.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Second and just 1. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Not see another play as time has run out on this 1st quarter. 0-0 our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep for the Texans, Will Fuller. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And not great starting field position here for the offense. On 1st down, it's Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down following the incompletion. Throwing again, it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Out of the gun, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here now, Shane Leckler, 41-year-old punter, to kick it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. With it is Brown. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And the Steelers set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. That'll bring up second down. Well, with a little breather here, let's discuss some of the trades from last week. Garoppolo trade aside, because I know you were surprised by that one. What else stood out to you?
Well, Marcel Darius, who is a tremendous defensive tackle, an absolute force when he's ready to play. Didn't quite click all the time in Buffalo. He's in Jacksonville now, and that helps an already formidable defensive front for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think Dwayne Brown held out at the beginning of the year, now playing with the Houston Texans. He gets traded to Seattle, who desperately needed some help on the offensive line. And Jay Ajayi, from the Dolphins to the Eagles. Now remember, they drafted Jay Ajayi in the 5th round. They ended up getting a 4th-round pick back for him. That one surprised me a little bit as well, but the Dolphins haven't been happy with their production so far.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So we've hit halftime in what was obviously a very fast-moving first half of play. As we send you down to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Midway through the first quarter, Big Ben's pass on the money to his all-everything wideout Antonio Brown. And he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 47-yard line. Same drive. Bell's going to take off here. He takes off and ends up picking up 9 yards on this run. Steelers now later on the drive. McKinney's going to take down the QB here. This ends up with a short loss in yardage. Texans with it now early in the second. Watson on target here to DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 13-yard line. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. No points in this one yet, but we'll hand it back over to a man who's always on point. That's Brandon Gott.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here comes the Texans now. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, here's Miller. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Here we go!
From the gun on third, Watson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. So both teams scoreless here as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Now it's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Roethlisberger to throw. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
The previous play is under review.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option. But as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. And tough starting field position here. Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. Give him 30 yards there. And as the 4th quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Here we go. Watson now to throw. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Here's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Again, it's Miller. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long.